a lot of heat for a blog post recently that I posted, but you know what? I gotta tell you something. And people noticed about me, and it's no secret, and people have seen what has happened on my YouTube videos before when they've commented. They've seen what's happened when they've commented in other public forums. So I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something right now. And I wrote about it a couple of days ago, so here we go. So hang on to your seatbelts. One, you're not allowed to abuse and persecute me on my own Facebook wall, my own YouTube videos, anything like that. Especially since and when you don't even have to engage what I'm sharing. If you don't like it, just don't deal with it. You're not allowed to violate my First and Ninth Amendment rights, especially when I hold a scientific and religious belief that is legitimate. If you do persecute me, I'm going to call you out. Facebook and general literacy is important. If you, for example, persecute me on a public status on my own Facebook wall or on one of my YouTube videos, you will get called out publicly. You're in a public forum, you put your name behind those comments, or you put your username behind those comments, you will get called out. And I'm not changing that. In fact, I'm taking a harder line stance. In fact, I know that I definitely pissed off some people today, and I must have particularly pissed off the devil, because I just heard, and people may think I'm crazy, but I do believe in demons, I do believe in the devil, I do believe that, spirits can whisper in your ear. Somebody whispered that I'm a quote-unquote hardliner in my ear, or hardline. Whatever. If I'm working for God, if I'm living for Christ, good. I'm going to be hardline about that. By the way, especially if you're anti-messianic, you need to consider this. You're stuck with the Old Covenant. I didn't give the Torah at Sinai. I didn't give the 613 mitzvah. I didn't give Vayikra 18:22 and 20:13, for example. Yehovah did. So you made the choice to reject Yeshua and obey Moshe, who, as you might consider ironically enough, himself looked to Yeshua's coming and was punished when he himself disobeyed Yehovah. So I will be a watchman and hold you to what you profess. So if you profess Torah, you better live by it. And you better not persecute me when I hold something that both the Old Covenant and the New Covenant say. By the way, I don't proselytize, but I do share. And even though I share my own faith, I'm going to hold you to what you profess, because you made the choice. Let me put it this way. You claim that you can walk on fire, I'm going to hold your feet to the fire. You claim that you can walk on water, I'm going to hold your feet to the water. And I'm going to do the same for me. By the way, if you're contending with Tanakh, for example, in terms of the same-sex marriage issue, as someone contended with me recently, and I will put the blog entry in the description so you can see it and make your own judgment. You're actually not contending with me. You are contending with God. Again, I give Torah at Sinai. I didn't sit down and write all 613 mitzvot. Hey, and I didn't write the Brit Hadasha or the New Covenant. So you know what? You have to look at yourself and you have to realize that if you're going to persecute me, if you're going to abuse me, when I'm following God, when I'm following Christ, you are going to get called out for it. I'm going to turn the other cheek. And turning the other cheek doesn't mean being a doormat. In fact, if you look up the history of turning the other cheek, you'll find out that turning the other cheek wasn't about being a wuss or being a doormat.